I was never in the camp of, I know I want children at any cost, no matter what, I will do anything. I've never been that way. Um, I just thought I'd be part of the decision making. My dating life has always been feast or famine, and it all related to my weight and my thoughts about my worth and my feelings about myself. And like I've done a lot of therapy, so I can say that now. So in my mid 30s, I lost a lot of weight and started dating a man. But on our second date, he mentioned to me that he had had a vasectomy. But in that conversation, when he said it, he also said, but it's reversible. Now, where I messed up was filling in the blanks beyond that without asking additional questions. Because in my mind, if he said it's reversible, that meant he was still open to the idea. And so I didn't push it and just thought we'll cross that bridge if and when we get to it. So I can't remember now how far into the relationship we were, but I was in deep emotionally, I was committed and I had an appointment with my gynecologist and she brought up well, you know, your age is kind of ticking up. I was probably about 36 or 37 at this point. And if you think you want to have kids, you really need to start thinking about that seriously. And it might be time to start actively pursuing that. So I got home that night and I said, yeah, so today at my appointment, my doctor said, if you are thinking about kids, you need to really do it in earnest now. And he was like, he very casually just said, well, I told you from the beginning that I've had a vasectomy. And so I don't want kids. And so I was really upset that I felt like I'm now invested emotionally in this person. I'm not at a point where I just want to walk away from him, but I also have to understand then that this means I'm not going to have kids. And how do I feel about that? And I do think that at that point in my life, about many things, I was very outspoken and loud and opinionated. But in my relationship, I didn't have that confidence and that ability yet to speak more not persuasively, not even authoritatively, but just honestly. And my confidence and my self-worth weren't high enough for me to feel like I can walk away from this and find this with someone else. I don't think we talked about it after that night. And when we ended up breaking up, I was I can remember, you go through all the various stages of grief and anger and all of that. And I remember being like really angry that I wasted my last opportunity to have children with him. And I don't remember there being like a specific amount of time or like, oh, I stayed in bed for a month crying. It wasn't like that. It was just, I would think about it and it would be sad that I didn't have the opportunity to make that choice. I mean, there's an argument that I did make it, but I can't do anything about, I hate to say what's done is done, but like all I can do is my best today to be the person that I want to be. And the funny thing is like, I mean, I'm not in touch with him at all, but through mutual friends, I did find out later he married someone with children. So, and like with a small child when they got married. So, you know, it's funny how life turns out sometimes.